when you're going into corporate America, usually your entryway is to help them with their diversity problem. And so that's what I did with Ciroc. But I told them I don't work for nobody. Everything in my portfolio I own. So you guys have to know my ultimate dream is a tequila. So it's like you make a deal. You make a deal like, I'm gonna advance this for you so that we could be good partners and you can give me what I want, which is for me to own my brand and to be able to build generational wealth for my kids and my people. And I just need the same 24 hours as y'all giving everybody else in your portfolio. And I couldn't get that. And so when I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm gonna fight because it's bigger than me. It's about not just me, it's about we, it's about all of us. So I chose my purpose over profit. And that's the whole Deleon situation.
Yeah.
To have a meeting with Diageo. They knew that I was kind of killing things in the culture. They were trying to fix their diversity problem. And through that, a meeting was set up and I told them, you know, I want to be an owner, that I have these ideas from promoting parties at Howard, just remembering that I would always get the door and never get the bar. And so I said I have aspirations to have black-owned brands owned by black people behind the bar and a part of your organization. I'm looking at their portfolio, and they said we could start something from scratch. But I'm looking at their portfolio, and I remember one night I was having a great time with Ciroc. I had some Ciroc. It was made by grapes. And I remember the light bulb went off in my head. I said, I don't want to wait and develop nothing. Let me show you what I could do with Ciroc. Let me show you how I could turn your revenue around. They were losing $40 million a year. And I went and turned it around and took it to 2.6 million cases from 40,000 cases. And so 15 years later, even though I had that success, I was always fighting for Ciroc not to be pigeonholed. Not to be pigeonholed as a black brand, not to be pigeonholed as an urban brand. I already went through that. I went through that with Sean John. And so with Ciroc, it was the same thing, get into the spirits industry. No matter what industry I went into, I always came up against this ceiling that they just wanted to keep me in the colored section.
You're thinking out here, Ciroc and Deleon is two different companies. But research, so Deleon is the parent company to Ciroc, and he had filed a lawsuit against both of them, which I think is asinine because they already own. Sean Combs never owned Ciroc. Ciroc was a brand that he helped turn around that was owned by Deleon. So, you know, he never owned it. So it's if they said, well, we don't want to go any further with you and this brand, there ain't nothing he could do. And so I'm gonna show you a clip a clip of a news article where, he dropped the suit with prejudice against Ciroc and Deleon, which is the parent company to Ciroc. He didn't have a case. He didn't have a case because he never owned these brands. He never owned a brand. He never owned nothing. You know, so he was endorsing their product by trying to make you believe that he was part owner of it. And, he just, I guess, inserted himself and try to pass himself off as an owner of a black liquor, which it was never. Ciroc was never a black owned liquor because Ciroc, and you're gonna hear him say, was a brand they had that was already going, but it was slow, and so they brought him in to push it to black people. You see them? So they are endorsers of these products. They don't own nothing. You know, it come out, Dame said Dame had bought Pro Kids. You know, I looked on that Hoover database. Dame never owned Pro Kids. You know, Dame probably got a deal, but it is so dishonest that the companies would allow them to say they part owner when they not. See what I'm saying? Now, if they was really paid and they, was really built, had, wanted their own, they have to either go to a manufacturer, but, it's